Hello. Have you ever wanted to see the characters from your favorite movies, TV shows, video games, or otherwise, maybe sentient objects, fight each other in a brawl to the death? Then you've come to the right place. Introducing the Starving Sammies, sponsored by Sammy Wally. Coming from District 1, we have Lady Dimitrescu, also known as Mommy, Lady D, and Boobs McGee. In partnership with Lady D today is Greg Heffley and the narrator. The narrator from what, you may ask? Well, of course, silly. It's the Stanley Parable narrator. In District 2, we have Doom Guy. From popular games like Doom, The Other Doom, Doom 2, Doom 3, and Doom 2 Electric Boogaloo. Allied with Doom Guy is Rick Sanchez and Camel. In District 3, we have Phil Dunphy, the Killer, Super Meat Boy, the one that dies a lot, and Henry Stickmin, the one that also dies a lot. In District 4, we have Jacksepticeye, Poppy the Doll, and Poppy the Troll, or as the cool kids like to say, Troll. In District 5, we have Tim Robinson, a fierce fighter indeed, Lightning McQueen, the speediest of them all, and Loki, the dyingest of them all. District 6, we have Superman, Diet Pepsi Can, and Song Gi-hun, who is a fierce opponent for the rest, because he has probably played these games before. In District 7, we have Casper, who is apparently very much alive. We have Lester the Molester. And we have Kratos, young Kratos, because we do not want that pansy-ass old Kratos PS4 exclusive bullshit. We got the real deal. In District 8, we have Stolas, Elon Musk, and featuring his son, 32, as well as Lampshade. In District 9, we have young Simba, who is superior to old Simba. We have the yeah bitch himself, Jesse Pinkman, and Barack Obama. In District 10, we have SpongeBob SquarePants, his ally, Connor from BioLife, who loves dogs, and Bill Cipher. In District 11, we have Kermit the Frog texting your mom, Alan Wake, and Arthur Morgan. You may be thinking to yourself, why these three? These are the Tortured Poets Department. In District 12, we have Rad Pikachu, who is superior to Pikachu, a pile of mud, and the only person that can even compare to both of these people, Markiplier. Breathe it in, folks. These are your contestants in this year's edition of the Starving Sammies. If I can zoom in right there. As the tributes stand on their podiums, the horn sounds. Camel snatches a bottle of alcohol and Rag, I am assuming, to drink. Both. Lampshade stays at the cornucopia for resources and for light. A pile of mud runs away from the cornucopia. Phil Dunphy finds a backpack full of camping equipment, which is very in character. Gi-hun runs away from the cornucopia, which is also in character. Greg Heffley runs away from the cornucopia because he is a coward. Superman runs away from the cornucopia because he's also a coward. Henry Stickmin grabs a backpack, not realizing it is empty. Tim Robinson cannot handle the circumstances and commits suicide. He didn't do fucking shit. Casper runs away from the cornucopia. Jesse Pinkman grabs a backpack, not realizing it is empty. So Henry and Jesse are kind of on their own page. Rad Pikachu runs away from the cornucopia. Man, this is thrilling. Barack Obama, my favorite president of Algeria, runs away from the cornucopia. Finally, Stolas finds a bow, some arrows, and a quiver. Lightning McQueen runs into the cornucopia and hides. Lady Dimitrescu runs away from the cornucopia. Oh my god. Doom Guy grabs a shield, leaning on the Rick Sanchez and Alan Wake fight for a bag. Alan Wake gives up and retreats, which is probably the smartest thing Alan has ever done. The narrator takes a sickle from inside the cornucopia. Elon Musk grabs a sword. Young Simba runs away with a lighter and some rope. Loki runs away from the cornucopia. It's like the most interesting characters are just out the gate running. Bill Cipher runs away with a lighter and some rope. That is not good. Kermit the Frog grabs a sword while he is texting your father about texting your mom. Poppy the troll runs away from the cornucopia. You are cowards. Markiplier breaks Super Meat Boy's nose for a basket of bread. Okay, Hugh Jackman. Diet Pepsi can finds a bag full of explosives. Thrilling, thank you. This is definitely recording worthy. Day 1. We're gonna get some thrilling gameplay here. And by thrilling, I mean I'm reading it. SpongeBob SquarePants sees smoke rising in the distance, but decides not to investigate. God. Barack Obama receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Rick Sanchez severely slices Jesse Pinkman with a sword. Is he dead? Did you kill him? Okay. Young Simba runs away from Henry Stickmin, which is probably wise. Chaos follows him wherever he goes. Lightning McQueen begs for Alan Wake to kill her. She refuses, keeping Lightning McQueen alive. I see I haven't fixed the genders on this. So apparently Alan and Lightning McQueen are women. Kermit the Frog stalks Loki. Stolas thinks about home. If you have seen the new episode of Hell of a Boss, you'll know that is very accurate. Arthur Morgan and Rad Pikachu hunt for other tributes. What a pair. Markiplier poisons Poppy's drink. She drinks it and dies. Well, that's one less Poppy to worry about now. Doom Guy injures herself. Phil Dunphy makes a wooden spear, presumably to kill Jay with. Casper discovers a cave. Camel sprains her ankle while running away from Connor. Poppy, the doll, steals from Lady Dimitrescu while he isn't looking. Apparently, Mommy is Daddy. Elon Musk begs for Lester to kill him. She refuses. Keeping Elon Musk alive. Wow, I have misgendered every single character we care about, huh? As I should. The narrator questions his sanity. So, it's just normal gameplay of the Stanley Parable, I see. Superman tends to Greg Heffley's wounds. What happened to Greg? It was probably fucking Manny. Diet Pepsi can spears a pile of mud in the abdomen. What a pair. Apparently, Diet Pepsi can is also very dangerous, seeming he also has explosives hidden somewhere in that. Song Gi-hun, Bill Cipher, Lampshade, and Kratos hunt for other tributes. So, we got Tim Robinson in his hot dog costume, Jesse Pinkman, Poppy the Troll, and a pile of mud, all dead. Apparently, the pile of mud died from a spear in the abdomen, which, okay. Casper tends to Alan Wake's wounds. Not the weirdest thing Alan Wake has ever experienced. Poppy is awoken by Poppy is awoken by nightmares. Rad Pikachu fins Loki, Kermit the Frog, and Diet Pepsi can away from her fire. Now, this Pikachu doesn't have a selected pronoun. Her is fine. Camel, Lampshade, Phil Dunphy, Connor, and Song Gi-hun sleep in shifts. I am probably butchering that name, by the way. Korea, please don't kill me. Lester thinks about winning, as he always does. SpongeBob SquarePants and Elon Musk hold hands. Aww. I knew Elon was gay. Arthur Morgan, Jacksepticeye, Barack Obama, Lady Dimitrescu, and young Simba track down and kill Stolas. Oh god. Alright. Just go ahead and kill the god. Yeah, just go ahead and go kill the god. I'm sure Kratos wouldn't mind that. The narrator tries to treat his infection. I'm not sure how he's doing that. Superman thinks about winning instead of doing it. Super Meat Boy quietly hums. That can't be good. Markiplier goes to sleep, probably in a hospital. Rick Sanchez receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. That unknown sponsor is probably the Council of Ricks, if this is pre their demise. Lightning McQueen, Greg Heffley, and Henry Stickmin sleep in shifts. I am not sure how that is going to work. Seeming one is a car, one is a human, and the other one is very much a stick figure. Kratos sees a fire but stays hidden. Oh, that's some God of War 2018 type Kratos shit. Get out there. Bill Cipher dies trying to escape the arena. On day 2, Greg Heffley defeats Diet Pepsi Can in a fight, but spares his life. That's very not Greg of you, Heffley. Rick Sanchez makes a slingshot instead of making anything else. Lester runs away from Poppy, the doll. I don't know why I still specify. One's dead. The narrator steals from Song Gi-hun while she isn't looking. She has played these games before. Lightning McQueen camouflages herself in the bushes. Camel, Alan Wake, Superman, and Elon Musk raid Jacksepticeye's camp while she is hunting. Is everyone misgendered? Doomguy stalks Phil Dunphy. That's, image. Connor travels to higher ground, probably looking for Hank. Kermit the Frog tends to Loki's wounds. Kratos also travels to higher ground. God, you guys are doing nothing. Casper throws a knife. Whoops. Casper throws a knife into Rad Pikachu's head. Oh god. Super Meat Boy collects fruit from a tree. Yes, the meat man eats fruit. I just want to see him take a big old bite of an apple with that missing tooth. Lampshade chases Markiplier. Yes, Lampshade, with their legs, chases Markiplier. Barack Obama attacks SpongeBob SquarePants. plant, Baraka attacks SpongeBob SquarePants, but she manages to escape. Honestly, she doesn't fit, or does not fit in that case. SpongeBob SquarePants. Lady Dimitrescu camouflages himself in the bushes. That is a giant bush. Henry Stickmin falls into a frozen lake and drowns. Alright, well, thanks guys. You're giving me so much to play with here. 4 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Stolas, Bill Cipher, Rad Pikachu, and Henry Stickmin have perished. Let's see how everyone is. Alright, District 1 and District 2 are still going strong. District 6 as well. District 7 is going good. District 12 is really not doing well with Rad Pikachu and Pile of Mud dead. However, Markiplier is alive and he has 1 kill, so give him a round of applause for that one. Before we get into the next part, I'm going to go take a crap. Ah! I'm back. Night 2. Doom Guy attempts to start a fire, but is unsuccessful. Lady Dimitrescu dies from an infection, probably because she slept in a bush. I guess it's not. Whatever. I like my. Poppy thinks about home. Casper attacks Kratos, but Rick Sanchez protects him, killing Casper. Ah yes, because Casper, the friendly ghost, can die. Barack Obama and Jacksepticeye tell story. God! Barack Obama and Jacksepticeye tell stories about themselves to each other. I wonder how that conversation would go. Just Jack being like, "Oh yeah, I'm a YouTuber. This is a very good Irish accent. Oh," and Barack going like, "Yes." Connor is awoken by nightmares. Markiplier receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Doesn't he all the time? Arthur Morgan, the narrator, Camel, and SpongeBob SquarePants tell each other ghost stories to lighten the mood. Hopefully it is the anime ghost stories, because that would make this far more interesting. Alan Wake kills Greg Heffley with a sickle. Never mind, it just got a lot more interesting. Super Meat Boy stays awake all night. Loki and Phil Dunphy huddle for warmth. There you go, Tumblr. Kermit the Frog convinces Diet Pepsi Can to snuggle with him while he texts Diet Pepsi Can's wife and says, "Sorry, he can't come to the phone right now. He's busy." Lightning McQueen looks at the night sky. How does he do that? Elon Musk dies from hunger because he has already eaten his son. 32. Young Simba thinks about home, as he often did after Mufasa, got stampeded. Phil Dunphy chases Connor. Apparently, huddling for warmth all night makes you want to kill androids. Markiplier receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Funny remark. Jacksepticeye hunts for other tributes. SpongeBob SquarePants constructs a shack, probably made of some sort of fruit. Song Gi-hun thinks about home. Man, it's very in character with all of these people. which is boring, BrantSteele. Poppy and Lester threaten a double suicide. It fails and they die. Doesn't that mean it succeeded? Lampshade fishes. Alright. Wrap it up. Roll the credits. Let's go home. Diet Pepsi can makes a wooden spear. The narrator begs for young Simba to kill him, put him out of his misery, because Stanley will not do what he wants him to do, which is basically just be a normal human. And don't think about freedom. He reluctantly obliges, killing the narrator. Yay. Kratos, Doomguy, Arthur Morgan, Lightning McQueen, and Loki hunt for other tributes. Just pondering this scenario here. So Kratos, this god that kills other gods, teams up with the god of mischief, as well as teams up with Doomguy, who just spends all of his time killing aliens on Mars or whatever. And then they team up with a car and a cowboy who just is dying of tuberculosis. Sounds legit. Baraka questions his sanity. 7 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Lady Dimitrescu, Casper, Greg Heffley, Elon Musk, Poppy the doll, Lester, and the narrator have perished. Young Simba destroys Kermit the Frog's supplies while he is asleep. Diet Pepsi can receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor, probably Diet Coke, for whom he is having an affair with. Song Gi-hun defeats Connor in a fight, but spares his life. Yeah, Connor can't seem to die. Doomguy quietly hums, which is very concerning. Phil Dunphy convinces Arthur Morgan to snuggle with him. Man, Phil gets around. Kratos bashes Rick Sanchez's head in with a mace. Alright, so this is not our Rick, for sure, because Kratos motherfucking murdered him. Alan Wake stays awake all night. Yeah, he does. Every night. Baraka, SpongeBob SquarePants, and Super Meat Boy cheerfully sing songs together. Well, that's cute. You got the two squareheads just singing along, and then the guy with fucking knife hands just going, you know how Les Miserables is. Superman loses sight of where she is. Loki and Lampshade run into each other and decide to truce for the night. Loki completely just brushes off that this sentient Lampshade is like, alright, let's be friends. Camel kills Jacksepticeye with a sickle. Markiplier looks at the night sky. Day 4 of the Starving Sammies. Baraka, Markiplier, and Song Gi-hun get into a fight. Markiplier triumphantly kills them both. Damn! Kermit the Frog sees smoke rising in the distance, but decides not to investigate. After all, he is texting your sister if she had a good time last night. Connor, Super Meat Boy, Loki, and Phil Dunphy form a suicide pact, killing themselves. Oh, Lord. Alright. Alan Wake diverts Arthur Morgan's attention and runs away. Aren't they in the same district? Lightning McQueen cannot handle circumstances and commits suicide. Alright, great. We have 6 people. No. 7 people die this day. And 5 of them have committed death to themselves. Meanwhile, Superman discovers a fucking cave. Diet Pepsi can bashes Lampshade's head in with a mace. Oh my god. SpongeBob SquarePants tends to Kratos' wounds. Kratos ponders his own existence at this point, as do I. Doom Guy fishes. Camel thinks about home, which is probably Egypt. 10 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Rick Sanchez. Jacksepticeye. Baraka. Song Gi-hun, who has not played these games before. Connor. Super Meat Boy. Loki. Phil Dunphy. Lightning McQueen. And Lampshade. Alright, let's see what districts are left. District 1 has been wiped out. District 3 has been wiped out. District 4, District 5, District 8 have all been wiped out. Remaining is District 2, 6, 7, 9, 10, and 12. District 11 is thriving with all 3 of their contestants still alive. That will change very quickly. Arthur Morgan receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. That unknown sponsor is perhaps Dutch Vanderlyn. SpongeBob SquarePants screams for help. That's just a normal Tuesday for SpongeBob. Markiplier looks at the night sky again. He keeps doing that. Young Simba and Diet Pepsi Can hold hands. I don't think so. Kermit the Frog quietly hums. I can't hum like Kermit the Frog. Why are there so many songs about rainbows? Kratos climbs a tree to rest. Superman looks at the night sky. Alan Wake loses sight of where she is, probably because she is in the dark place. Doom Guy convinces Camel to snuggle with her. The cornucopia is replenished with food, supplies, weapons, and memoirs from the tribute's families. Diet Pepsi Can finally uses their resources and sets an explosive off, killing SpongeBob SquarePants and Kratos. Alan Wake decides not to go to the feast, which is probably for the best since a sentient Diet Pepsi Can has killed a god. Doom Guy destroys Arthur Morgan's memoirs out of spite. My god. First he has tuberculosis and loses all of his previous family, and now his gang is at each other's throats, and Doom Guy just is like, fuck you. Camel kills Superman as she tries to run. Markiplier steals Kermit the Frog's memoirs. Young Simba bleeds out due to untreated injuries. What were you injured on? What happened to you? Markiplier forces Camel to kill Diet Pepsi Can or Kermit the Frog. She decides to kill Kermit the Frog, who is not as destructive as Diet Pepsi Can is. I can't believe I just said Kermit the Frog is not as deadly as a Diet Pepsi Can. But here we are. and Alan Wake thinks about home, as he often does. 5 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. SpongeBob SquarePants, Kratos, Superman, young Simba, and Kermit the Frog has died. Some say that Kermit the Frog, in his final moments of existence, texted your mom with one simple word: bitch. Alan Wake stays awake all night. I guess Alan doesn't need to wake up. Doom Guy cooks her food before putting her fire out. Diet Pepsi Can, Arthur Morgan, Camel, and Markiplier tell each other ghost stories to lighten the mood. Wonder how that goes. Just Arthur Morgan going, and then Markiplier just going, anyway, I heard that Phasmophobia has a new ghost. And then Camel and Diet Pepsi just sitting there like, no cannon shots are heard in the distance. Come on, let's wrap the fuck up. Markiplier and Arthur Morgan run into each other and decide to truce for the night. Markiplier just so gently places a bear head on top of Arthur's head. That's a niche reference. Camel stalks Markiplier. Doom Guy travels to higher ground. Arthur Morgan's trap kills Diet Pepsi Can. You know what? If anyone was going to kill Diet Pepsi Can, it'd be Arthur Morgan. Alan Wake dies from hypothermia. I guess he stayed in Cauldron Lake way too long. Two cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Diet Pepsi Can, Alan Wake. Alright, one last time we'll check up on the districts. All left is District 2, District 11, and District 12. I'm predicting, out of the people alive, Doom Guy has not killed anyone. What the hell? Camel has apparently killed 3 people, which isn't even the most, because Diet Pepsi Can decided to kill 4 fucking people. I am predicting that out of the people left, the most ridiculous way of this happening would probably be Camel. I think Camel is going to become triumphant, the winner of the Starving Sammies. By the way, I am definitely wearing Christmas pajamas. This is not even filmed anywhere close to Christmas. It's January 13th. I just decided, fuck you. Ow. Doom Guy strangles Arthur Morgan after engaging in a fist fight. At least he didn't die of tuberculosis. Markiplier receives clean water from an unknown sponsor again. Camel receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Probably the San Diego Zoo. One cannon shot can be heard in the distance. For fucking Arthur Morgan. Markiplier begs for Doom Guy to kill her. She refuses, keeping Markiplier alive. Doom Guy hasn't killed anyone, which makes sense because usually Doom Guy kills demons. None of these people are demons except for maybe Diet Pepsi Can, Pile of Mud, and Lampshade, but they are dead. Camel attempts to start a fire, but is unsuccessful. Let's lump Camel in as a demon as well. No cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Doom Guy passes out from exhaustion. Markiplier is awoken by nightmares. Camel questions her sanity. I know I've made this joke before, ladies and gentlemen, but me too. This is the most boring, bland, BrantSteele Hunger Games simulator I have seen in a very long time. Markiplier's trap kills Doom Guy, and Camel dies from hunger. You just got food. You just got food. You fucking idiot. You just... Two cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Doom Guy and Camel. The winner is Markiplier with District 12. He would make everybody very proud in District 12. Unlike I am. You know what? I really wished that a pile of mud would have won. But why the fuck is Camel in second place? And why was the only thing that killed it its own stupidity? Anyway. Yeah, Tim Robinson fucking died.